Hey Iowa, it's Congressman Nunn. It was great seeing so many of you back in Iowa at the Cy-Hawk game. Go Clones, great victory, great kicker. That being said, we're back in DC now and fighting hard for things like affordable housing, moving forward our national defense, and making sure we're taking care of our farmers. Let's jump into this week's Week in Review. This week marks 24 years since the attacks of 9/11, both in New York, Washington, and a simple field in Pennsylvania. On that day, fellow heroes stood in the breach to help save the lives of others. I also met with several combat veterans currently serving in Congress to talk to them about their call to serve, who served in Iraq, Afghanistan, and helped defend freedom the nation over. But we should never forget those heroes who ran into danger, both on 9/11 and every day since. Those first responders right here at home. It's one of the reasons I'm so proud to be leading the HEROES Act, to make sure that our firefighters, our first responders, EMTs who go into danger and are exposed to dangerous chemicals get the benefits that they've earned. In fact, it tackles things like cancer and the threats that come from being a first responder, making sure that them and their beneficiaries receive the full benefits that they've earned. We'll continue to fight for this, as well as our COPS Act and supporting our combat veterans coming back through the Adam Lambert Act. I'm in front of the U.S. Department of Agriculture because I think it's important folks in D.C. know natural disasters can strike anywhere. Whether it's flooding in Iowa or the type of tornadoes we saw in Greenfield, we need to make sure that farmers in rural communities have the ability to rebuild better than they were during a natural disaster event. Our bill, Protecting Farmers from Natural Disaster Act, makes sure that the U.S. Department of Agriculture is able to fully support our communities after a disaster, and ensure that we're not going back to outdated models, but building forward for greater resilience, stronger farming communities, and a healthy rural Iowa. Thanks to all the Iowans who helped make this a priority. Together, we're going to work to make sure USDA is accountable and our communities are stronger. This week we passed the National Defense Authorization Act on a bipartisan basis, and I'm proud that I was a leader in passing the most amendments, and those amendments were all passed with unanimous support. They stood up on issues that were important to Iowans, ones you gave me as recommendations. Things that combat veterans truly need. It included a pay increase for our military troops. We also led amendments to be able to protect men and women deployed to U.S. Central Command with air defense systems. I'm proud to say we're saving money by bringing in additional support from the private sector and making sure that the Defense Innovation Unit, who has dual-use technologies so that we can not only have precision munitions, but precision agriculture, can continue to take off. That saves taxpayer dollars, but it also helps our men and women on the front line. There are a number of bills that we've been able to move forward, and this is the direct result of good Iowan input. Together, we're fighting to make peace through strength a reality for America and Iowa innovation directly on the front lines of national defense. Iowa, we had some great legislative wins in Washington this week. I'm proud this weekend I was across the district, including going and speaking with farmers in Earlham, business leaders in Ankeny, showing livestock in Mitchellville, and marching in parades across our state, hearing from Iowans just like you. Let's keep up the fight together.